next one. But the next thing is I hope you'll all participate in your seats. This is called ego state therapy. This is what I am calling an anti-procrastination device. Okay, this is what I use, what I think people can use to get themselves over a hump that they're about. You know, everybody procrastinates some, and that's appropriate. We're kind of negotiating with ourselves. We get to a point that we've got something we got to do, we're really just not getting to it, and we don't know how to proceed. This is a method that will assist you if you try it. It's a tool. It's a hammer. A hammer doesn't build a house for you. It's hard as hell to build a house without a hammer. So I'm going to try to give you my hammer. Now, this is called ego state therapy. It is a neo-Ericksonian hypnotherapeutic family therapy for the self. So basically you personify the parts of you that are in conflict and you meet with them. There are a bunch of different kinds. And I used to do a lot of inner child and inner parent. But what we use for this demonstration purpose is the inner guide, the sum function right brain self. He's all different parts of you. You'll hear me describe him during the exercise, but essentially it's your visual, spatial, bodily, kinesthetic, social, emotional, spiritual, sexual, musical self. It's authentic, it's spontaneous, it's genuine. And the relationship between the two of you reflects your relationship with the outside world growing up. Your left brain talks to your right brain the way your parents and the world talk to you. And sometimes that's not so friendly, or it's not so kind, or it's not so inviting. So we've got to try to change that, and that's what this exercise really does. So I'm going to start now, and I'm going to ask you all to just close your eyes. And if you want to, I'd invite you to put your hands out in front of you like you did before and start feeling your hands go back and forth. You don't have to do that. If it didn't work for you, don't do it. But if it felt nice, I love the way it feels, you can do that. And I'd like you to focus on your breathing like you did before. So that in one pointed breathing, it really means feeling the sensation as the air moves across your lips. And then I'd like you to imagine in front of yourself a black spiral staircase. Really doesn't matter if you see yourself going down the stairs. Doesn't have to be a black spiral staircase. Or maybe you just look out of your eyes and see your feet on the stairs the way we do. Maybe you just feel what it's like to shift your weight from one foot to the other. Slide your hand down the cool metal banister. What does matter is that you go down the stairs, down, 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 deeper and deeper into yourself. The further down you go, the more relaxed you become, the less aware you are of your surroundings. Your mind is clear, your breathing is easy, your body is comfortable. If thoughts come into your mind, they float away, like clouds passing before the sun, or raindrops sliding down a window pane. Down, down, down. Part of your mind is aware of the air moving in and out of your body, in and out of your mouth or your nostrils. Part of your mind is aware of yourself going down the stairs. Part of your mind is aware of my voice, soft and soothing, not even recognizable as a separate voice. And part of your mind is aware of yourself, your hands pulsing back and forth. You're going downstairs to have a meeting with your inner self. Your inner self is your friend, maybe. He's always been with you. It's authentic, it's spontaneous, genuine. Your inner self is the one that reads people's faces before they said a word. Your inner self is the person who hears what's in the voices that isn't in the words at all. She's the dancer, the singer, the one that makes love, the one that tastes food, all of your sensory selves, your experiential selves, musical. All of these parts of yourself are down there like an army of selves, and yet they come together in kind of one sum self, and that's who you're going to meet. The important issue is your attitude. You have to go down with humility. Many of us have spent years yelling at this part of ourselves. running downstairs, yanking open the door, do this, running upstairs and expecting it to get done. It doesn't work like that. So you're going down the stairs, down, 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 breathing softly and slowly and deeply, letting my voice carry you like a wave, feeling your hands. And when you get to the bottom of the stairs, there's an archway. And through the archway is a cavern. And across the cavern is a doorway. And when you open the doorway, there's a conference room. It's a beautiful conference room with plate glass windows and gardens on the outside and flowers on the inside and beautiful furnishings and woodwork and an oval table in a sunken well. And sitting at the oval table, there it is, your inner self, always been there. So many different inner selves I've met. Some already know you and smile to see you. Some may take some cajoling. You cannot boss this self around. This is not authoritarian. You cannot tell her. You must ask her. You must show him. You can seduce, persuade, cajole, explain. There's a 4-step process that you can go through with your inner self. Every person has to learn how to invite their inner self to speak with them. They all have names. Mine's the funster. You can name yours. There's a 4-step process of negotiating with your inner self. You have to clarify your objectives. You have to entertain your inner self's objections. You have to find a 2-winner solution, and you need airplane certainty. Clarify your objections. We'll talk about this. Every intention has 4 aspects. I'm going to do this thing at this time, in this place, for this duration. A box without 4 sides holds nothing. You need 4 aspects to every intention. Never start anything without knowing when you're going to stop. Clarify your objectives. I want to do this thing at this time, in this place, for this duration. And then you've got to ask them why they don't want to. What if I get a headache? What if I don't feel like it? What if my mother calls me? What if I forgot to walk the dog? What if, what if, what if? You've got to understand their objections. You don't have to obey them, you have to entertain them. And you have to find a 2-winner solution. A 2-winner solution is the shortest amount of time that you can commit to trying out this activity that will get something done, and the best incentives that your inner self requires in terms of other activities or the resolution of conflict. Sometimes at this step, it's important to resolve emotional issues from the past, inner children, inner parents, but often not. The 2-winner solution. Then you need airplane certainty. What's airplane certainty? My brother Roger and I are flying to Vietnam to ride bicycles. It's $4,000 non-refundable dollars to buy the tickets. Am I going? I'm going. Am I going? I'm going. You sure? We're sure. Me and my inner self, we knew we were going when we pressed that button. That's airplane certainty. So you have a negotiation with your inner self about the things you're having trouble doing. When there's conflict because you're angry, because you feel neglected, because you feel abused, because you don't want to do it, because it's not fun, because it's a pain in the ass, if you're getting stuck, you got to go downstairs and find your inner self, the 4-step process. Clarify your objectives, entertain his objections, the 2-winner solution, and airplane certainty. So, take a minute and talk to your inner self. Let her know that you'll be down again. You're going to have to consult them some more, because now we're going to talk about the changes we make and how we make them. And the process involves proposing things to your inner self and knowing when you've agreed. You can call it sonar, but I'll tell us, a lot of us have been bullshitting ourselves for years. You make touch with your inner self and you find out the truth. You propose something and you know whether you're going to do it or not. And that's airplane certainty. So take a minute and review what you've learned. We're getting through it, folks. In a minute, we'll come back with part 3. 3, get ready. 2, open your eyes. 1, wake up.